everyone. Happy Sunday. We have a new important witness that has just been announced for Johnny Depp's team. If you can recall the staircase incident, we have 5 witnesses that testified on stand so far. We have Debbie Lloyd, the nurse, Travis McGivern, Johnny Depp's bodyguard, Johnny Depp himself, Amber Heard, and most recently from a couple days ago, Whitney Heard, Amber Heard's sister. So this new witness that's going to testify, she wasn't there during the incident. However, she does remember what happened afterwards, and she's going to contradict everything that Whitney said about that incident, aside from the fact that there was an altercation. And who is this new witness? Her name is Jennifer Howell. If you remember, 2 days ago, I posted a video of me reading on stream about Jennifer Howell's deposition. Now, at the time when I first read Jennifer... When I first read the declaration letter, I wasn't sure if it was credible or not because I don't believe she testified in the UK trial. I think she just gave a declaration letter. And I didn't hear anything about her for the US trial. However, now that it's confirmed that she is going to be testifying next week.
You know who Jennifer Howell is, right? Ms. Henriquez? I did. She's the founder of the Art of Elysium nonprofit.
She is.
And you worked there for a time, didn't you?
I did.
You moved out of the penthouses because at that point you and your sister were fighting, right?
It was around the time that, he had accused me of leaking stories, and that was the impetus of me leaving.
Dude, look at her shift around. She was getting nervous.
And you testified earlier, I think, that he had asked you to sign an NDA, right?
At some point.
And that was around the same time that he was concerned you were leaking stories about their wedding to the media. You and Ms. Howell were close?
We were.
Close enough that you lived with her for around a year?
I don't recall if it was that long.
And you confided in Ms. Howell, right?
About some things, yes. She was my friend.
You called her your chosen sister?
So let's start off with this. Why was Jennifer Howell's name brought up? Well, it's because Whitney accidentally brought her up. Whitney said that after the staircase incident, she was so distraught with what happened, where she alleges that Johnny Depp tried to push her down the staircase and that Johnny Depp was hitting Amber Heard. Now, she said that after this incident happened, she went to her boss's house and slept on the floor. This is why Jennifer Howell was brought up, because Team Johnny researched, well, I wonder who that boss was, and let's see what the boss had to say about that. Now, this was a huge mistake for Whitney. When Jennifer Howell was contacted by someone on Johnny Depp's team, she said she had a different account of what happened. And she was also very surprised that Whitney was willing to perjure herself on behalf of her sister, Amber. In this letter, she said Whitney did stay with her. However, Whitney had her own room. She said that Whitney had told her that she tried to stop Amber from hitting Johnny. And while doing so, Amber almost pushed Whitney down the staircase. Not Johnny, but Amber. And during that time, she confided in Jennifer Howell about the abuse that she endured as a kid from her father, and then later on from the abuse that she endured from her older sister, Amber. Jennifer Howell said that Whitney said she couldn't go back to live at the penthouse anymore because she was terrified of her sister, Amber Heard. During this time, Whitney was working for Jennifer Howell at the Art of Elysium. Now, during the Australia incident, if y'all remember, where Johnny had the tip of his finger cut off, and this is the same incident where Amber alleged that it was a 3-day hostage incident, Jennifer Howell remembered that when Whitney was in the office, she said this, "Oh my God, she has done it now. She has cut off his finger." And the interesting thing is that Jennifer Howell says there are about 20 other employees who have witnessed Whitney complaining about how abusive Amber is. Now, something totally unrelated that I thought was funny, she brought up about how she was talking to Whitney and her mom, Paige, when she was alive at the time. Paige was talking about Amber complained that Elon, because they're in a relationship, that Elon was controlling, and Elon and Amber were fighting over embryos that they had made together. Elon wanted to have it destroyed, and Amber wanted to keep them to have a baby. So let's talk about the other Australia incident. Amber Heard had reached out to Jennifer Howell because she wanted Jennifer Howell to write what is it called again? It was a character reference about her charity work with the Art of Elysium. So Jennifer Howell did that, but however, during the divorce, when Jennifer Howell found out that Amber was going to donate half of her proceeds to the Children's Hospital and the other half to ACLU, she was really confused because she said Amber had no associations with either of them. When she talked to the publicist said, well, we want the money to go to a charity that's more prominent, makes better headline news. We have someone that was very close to Whitney Heard and someone that knew Amber Heard as well. I think it's just interesting how there are so many people on Amber Heard's side that are essentially either turning against her or kind of exposing her. Now, if you're interested, I'm going to read this sort of long letter that Jennifer Howell wrote to Whitney Heard. This was during the midst of the UK trial. So Jennifer Howell and Whitney, they were very close. She kind of wanted to give Whitney like, hey, a heads up, like this is what I said, I was given 2 subpoenas. And it seemed like she didn't really want to say anything initially, but she kind of had to. Her stance on everything is, hey, heads up, I'm going to tell the truth and it's going to contradict all the lies that you're telling for your sister. This is what that letter said. Actually, I should let me put on my glasses real quick. Actually, let's go chronologically. That'll make more sense. This is a text between Whitney and Jennifer Howell. So we see here on Sunday, June 28, 12:41, Whitney says, oh, hi, J-Ho. Love and miss you too. Sorry for the delay. In the UK at present, so the time difference is a bitch. What's new with you? So this helps shows us the relationship between Whitney and Jennifer Howell, just in case there's anyone that's like, well, maybe they had a falling out. Nope. Based on this text message, seems like they were still pretty close. Don't know why Jennifer Howell didn't message her back though. Probably because Jennifer knew that Whitney was going to testify for her sister Amber, and she was probably really confused why she was going to testify on Amber's behalf since, everyone in the office said they knew that she was the one that was an abuser. So she was probably trying to keep her distance or something. All right, so this is about a month later. Whitney says, hey, chosen sister, I'm so sorry for the late text. As you know, I'm in the UK for court. Can you please call me when you have a chance when you wake up? I've gotten some calls from the Sun's legal team about you possibly getting involved and giving evidence to JD's team. I told the Sun that there's no way this could be true, but I just wanted to talk to you and love you. No matter what, I love you. No matter what, I love you. Let's see if that's true. Now, again, Whitney messed up because I believe it was during her testimony that she mentioned when that staircase incident happened, I went to go sleep at my boss's house on her floor. I was terrified of Johnny. She messed up big time. All right. And this is Jennifer Howell's response to Whitney. You are my chosen sister, and I love you with my entire heart. I was served 2 subpoenas yesterday. I was questioned and just told them the truth as I know it. I would never lie to any court proceeding or anything else. My one and only concern in any of this is you. I have a letter I have written to you and I'm giving it to you tomorrow. I hope you know how much I love you, and protecting you is something I will do now and always. Now, this is a text message from Whitney and she is pissed. Jen, ... Why wouldn't you talk to me first? Adam Waldman is a vindictive liar who was trying to bring down my family and willing to do anything to do so. He can and will say anything you say, good, ! or bad, to hurt us, ... And we don't get to see the rest of the message, but Whitney writes again, Jen, there's no way you were served 2 subpoenas, just talk blah, 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 blah. I don't know what it says. But remember that letter that Jennifer Howell said she was working on and she wanted to give to Whitney? We have this letter right here. So it does say July 25 for the text exchange happened. However, I think it was probably because she probably wrote it out on maybe a doc or something like Microsoft Word. And then she sent it to Whitney afterwards, after the 26th, I guess. It says this. Dear Whitney, this is one of the most important letters that I've ever written in my life. I asked to write a letter to you in my own words after receiving 2 subpoenas yesterday to give testimony of my knowledge of what happened to lead you to stay with me after leaving the Eastern Columbia building and the penthouses of Amber and Johnny. The reason this letter is so important to me is that you, my chosen sister, are so important to me, and I am hoping that the truth will set you free from a lifetime of abuse and being forced to live someone else's life instead of given the freedom to live your own. I feel that I'm writing this on behalf of everyone who loves you and wants to help save you from, yet again, fighting a battle that is not yours to fight. Outside of Google alerts for the charity and what is the media circus going on right now, I've been unaware of the ins and outs of what is happening between Amber and Johnny. It has been brought to my attention that you made reference to Amber kicking you out of the penthouse and went to live on your boss's floor. I don't think it took them long to connect the dots and figure out who your boss was at the time. I've been trying to catch myself up to speed on everything, and I'm afraid that there are different storylines between what I shared and what you shared. I spoke with Adam Waldman this morning and was asked some questions and answered honestly on my account of the situations, just so you know. Adam was respectful, kind, and understood my allegiance in all of this to you and you alone. I've never been more upset during any of this drama than I am right now at the thought of Amber asking to leave Gavin, I think Gavin is her significant other at the time, and Hunter, I believe is Whitney's son, to go to London and entangle you in all of this. If you feel that you've been asked or compromised in any way to do anything you might perjure yourself, I beg you to recant and for once in your life, think of yourself first. You have been found an incredible man and have this beautiful and amazing child. And if anyone would ever put you in a position to risk that, they do not love you. I have shared the names of the other staff at the Art of Elysium who were on board while you were there and heard your account of the situations. I am not sure if they will be subpoenaed, but their names have been submitted to the record. I hope you know that the little family created during your time at the Art of Elysium Elysium, I'll love you very, very, very much. It crushes my soul knowing that you may hate me for the rest of your life and never speak to me again. Losing your friendship is something that I'm willing to risk if it frees you, Hunter, and Gavin from all of this and allow you to testify to build your family and your life to you and you alone. You have been my every prayer, every thought, and every consideration. I stated while questioned that I do not have dates nor timelines because when you showed up to stay with me, I never thought twice about giving you a home and was happy to provide you with my guest room and have informed you of the safety in my place. I never wrote down when you moved in nor when you left because my home was and will always be your home. I have entered to record that I am happy to share any text messages, emails, or anything they need from that time to help appropriately piece together specific dates in an accurate timeline. I have offered anything that I have to help shed light on the absolute truth and put an end to all of this to move on with this next chapter of your life. I promise you that the next chapter will be your very best yet. The things that came up during the deposition with Adam are as follows. The incident on the stairs that was one of the inciting events that led you to move in with me. You told me and the others on staff that you tried to stop Amber from attacking Johnny and nearly got thrown down the stairs. At no point in time was it ever said to me that Johnny had hit Amber nor abused her in any way. Had you ever expressed concern that Johnny was abusing Amber, I would have gotten a social worker or someone to help you remove your sister from that situation. I would have done anything to help you in any way. My father reminded me this morning that I told him that Whitney had moved in with me because she was terrified of her sister. While you were living with me, you told Johnny kept checking in to see how you were doing and that he called you sis and you called him brother. You said to me on multiple occasions that you did not know why he was staying in it or why he was putting up with Amber's abuse. You shared with me the damage endured by both of you as children and the injury you suffered from Amber both psychologically and physically. You were devastated during this time and my heart broke for you. My heart still breaks for you now. When you came back from New York, I believe this was for the Tribeca Film Festival, Adderall Diaries premiere, or both, you shared with me and everyone in the office that Amber freaked out, attacked you, and threw a glass of wine, full of red wine, at you in the elevator. Again, my dates are uncertain, but I'm 100% certain of what you shared, and I've asked a few others who heard in the office to make sure my facts are accurate. Damn, this, man, when Jennifer Howell goes on stand next week, it's going to be very interesting because I think from what I've heard so far, people thought that out of all of Amber's witnesses, the ones that they found, that were the most credible was maybe Whitney and the makeup artist. But this directly contradicts what Whitney said about the staircase incident and also contradicts that to Whitney, Johnny was the abuser instead of Amber. Oh wait, I forgot. There's like a whole other page. Okay, let's do this. While Amber and Johnny were in Australia, you were in the office sitting in the black and white chairs near the kitchen and loudly proclaimed, "Oh my God, she has done it now. She has cut off his fucking finger." I'm not sure if this was before or after Boo and Pistol were back in the US and coming back into the office. Other staff was in the office at the time and might have a better grasp of the date. In regards to the extramarital affairs, I've only information you and others have shared with me. It is my understanding all of this is completely irrelevant other than James giving a sworn testimony to what he did and did not see on Amber's face that day in the elevator. I told Adam that if James were asked anything at all, that I know without a shadow of doubt that he would speak to the truth because I know his heart and his conscience and the spiritual journey that he is on to be accountable for anything he's ever done that might have inadvertently hurt anyone and to go to great lengths to make amends to do what is truly right. I encourage him to speak to James directly. When Elon came up in the deposition, I shared only what I know from you and Paige. February 9, 2019, when I came to see you and meet Hunters when this conversation with you and your mom took place. I told them I'd been told that Elon had gifted Teslas, but Amber found out that they were bugged. I was told that Amber said he was controlling, abusive, and that she was in a legal battle with him over the right to the embryo that they had created together, and Amber tried to keep them to have a baby. That is the day that your mother told me that Johnny was either an angel or a saint compared to Elon, and that she wished that Amber and Johnny would reconcile. Why would the mom say that if she believed that Amber was being abused? Probably because she didn't believe that. I was indeed taken back because this was after the divorce and when Hunter was under a year old and I was at your house. She told me that Amber and Johnny were still in touch and that they were each other's true loves or something to that exact sentiment. You were still going through all the emotions of having had the baby and all those ups and downs. I cannot believe that Amber and Johnny's relationship had been discussed while you were all the one who needed to be the focal point and needed our support. I think I called Tosh when I left your house but need to look at my phone records to be sure whom I called. It was someone who knew everything from you and I confided in them how concerned I was after visiting you. The other things that were discussed were the character reference letters that I wrote on behalf of Amber for her volunteering with the charity and the $250,000 donation, anonymous donation on behalf of Amber Heard. I shared that I believed that the contribution was from Elon and have absolutely no recollection of you telling me that, but for some reason that was put in my head by something either you or someone else on the staff said. Your thoughts on Rocky, freeloading off of Amber, and then freeloading off of Johnny, and your overall thoughts on Rocky. I let them know that I did not think that there would ever be a world in which you would conspire with Rocky to do a cover for Amber Amber, given your feelings about her. And after The Art of Elysium had been used in press during the divorce, and I had been asked on multiple occasions to write letters regarding Amber's volunteering with the charity, and no donation came to The Art of Elysium, but went to the Children's Hospital Los Angeles and the ACLU, that Amber's publicist told me that they were more prominent charities with more significant press reach and got international press. We were aware of all of that already. Just want to share everything that I discussed. I asked if it was okay to write to you in my own words because I know how easily things can get distorted or twisted. You know me and know that if subpoenaed or brought this into anything else, that I would always be honest. I love Amber. I have compassion for her because she is your sister, and I know what you guys went through as kids. The two of you have literally been through hell together, and I know you would do anything in the world for her. She is your older sister. You just lost your mother, and you are a mom for the first time. It is time she thought of you and your needs and put them above her own needs. Asking you or even agreeing to have you leave your husband and child and involve you in all of this is selfish beyond comprehension. You, Whitney, are worthy of love, worthy of being seen for all of your light and beauty, and worthy of not having to clean up another mess that is not yours. During this time of social change movements, #MeToo, Time's Up, Black Lives Matter, and all of our actions working to set the scales of justice back to being, well, just people having to willing to come forward with the truth. It took 2 subpoenas to get me to be forthcoming with what I've been told, but I do believe in people and feel others who have bear witness to all of it. I think that's what she said. So let's explore 2 possible motivations that Jennifer Howell might have, and they're diametrically opposite. 1, Jennifer Howell was bitter that Amber Heard didn't donate her divorce proceeds to the Art of Elysium. Jennifer Howell was bitter that Amber Heard used the Art of Elysium as a PR tool to boost her image. However, though, when Amber Heard was dating Elon Musk sent a $250,000 donation to the Art of Elysium in honor of Amber Heard. So they still got some money. And then if Jennifer was that bitter, why would she continue being friends with Whitney? Wouldn't she just drop Whitney then and there? So it seems more tenable that Jennifer Howell, 1, wanted to pull her close friend Whitney away from her abuser, and then 2, she didn't want to perjure herself and she wanted to tell the truth. And that's why she gave Whitney that letter as a heads up. By the way, this is what I'm going to say, and this is going to contradict your statement. And Jennifer Howell, she came out about this in 2020. It's not like she just recently wanted to come out about it because, oh, justice for Johnny Depp was gaining traction and she's just trying to ride the coattails of it. No, she came out during 2020 and she has always maintained the stance.
So the time remaining for the plaintiffs is 18 hours and 30 minutes, and the time for the defendants is 8 hours and 14 minutes.
Damn, they got 18 hours. Team Amber only has 8 hours. And so far, Team Amber's evidence has just been kind of Friday, May 27 is when there's going to be a closing argument. I was watching another video. The YouTube channel is called Popcorn Planet, so check them out. Here's what we have. We have jury number 1, Asian male, late 20s, maybe early 30s, wearing a mask. Jury number 2, Asian male, mid 20s, no mask. Jury number 3, Asian male, mid 30s, wearing a mask. You have jury number 4, AFAM, African American, maybe African American Indian female, late 30s, early 40s, wearing a mask. Asian female, mid 30s, wearing a mask. Number 6, Caucasian male, mid 60s, no mask. Number 7, Caucasian male, late 20s, mid 30s, no mask. Number 8, Caucasian female, mid 50s, no mask. And number 9, Asian Polynesian male, mid 40s, no mask. So that is the makeup of the jury. And what I thought was interesting was that they mentioned how when Amber Heard was telling her side of the story, the jury actually had their chairs turned away from her and turned towards her lawyer instead of actually turning it directly towards her when she was testifying. So I wonder if they felt uncomfortable that she kept turning to look at them and they were just kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna turn my chair just a little bit so she's not staring directly at me. But anyways, I'll link that video down below so you guys can watch that. Very interesting. And yeah. Oh, another thing that people are asking, for the jury, it does have to be a unanimous decision. It has to be unanimous. Everyone has to agree whether or not they believe that Johnny Depp was defamed by Amber Heard. So next week when the trial starts up again, I'm going to be streaming live on my Twitch channel. It's going to start at 6 a.m. my time, very early, but I'm going to start the stream at usually around 5 a.m. I get ready. We start at 6 and then it ends around 2 p.m. my time. So if you guys want to stop by, I'll see you guys there, and thanks for watching the videos.